I thought I was bugging out for a second because I did order them the exact same size. Finally, after a bit of shipping delays, I got my hands on the Tolos Archetype 2. I do have 2 pairs. So this pair is the Archetype 2.0. This pair here is the Archetype 1.0 in black. All right, so I ended up getting the black ones because I like the color and because they actually remind me a lot of my Nikes. These right here, I usually get Nikes from the Nike outlet like on a yearly basis. So that's why I had to have a pair of these. And also because, I mean, they're on sale. So I'm not sure if they'll still be there when this video goes up. Also, if you use my discount code, which I'll put in the description, but it's MyBoyLJ, you'll get an additional 10% off, whether it's these or the Archetype 2.0s. Now, moving on from these because that's not the point of this video, I did also, of course, get the Archetype 2.0. I'm just gonna take it out. So this is the Archetype 2.0. They don't have the emblem here, so there's nothing there. I believe the soles haven't changed much. These are the Archetype 1.0, but as you can see, these are the same soles. These haven't really changed. I know there is something with the inside of the liner. So this is actually supposed to be finished off a bit. If you see here, the inside of the sock liner and the sole, like that's actually kind of finished off. So it looks a little bit more complete. Whereas this, you can see the stitching. So on this old pair, you can see the actual stitching in the sock liner and the insole. So that's another thing that's changed. There is something right off the bat that I noticed. This white has a little bit of a blue hue. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell in the camera, but it does have a bit of a blue hue, especially in this like sock liner thing. But I will do my best to show this. Now, in comparison to these, like I know these are dirty, but you can still kind of just tell that there is a slight difference. There is a slight blue hue on this. And now I'm not sure what that's from. I know with like some Nikes, I think it's when it's like recycled material, but again, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're using to make these. So just something to kind of keep in mind. Let me show you the toe cap difference as well. On the Archetype 1, you can actually tell that the toe cap goes all the way back here, where this one ends right on the top. Now, I think the reason for this is because there were some people that were saying that these were pinched their pinky toe. So I believe that's why they shortened the toe cap to ensure that that doesn't happen. I personally didn't have an issue with that. Another difference, the laces in these are actually 1 inch longer than these. The lace length for me was perfectly fine with these. So we'll see what it's like with these here. You probably noticed when I showed you the front of the shoe, but this sock liner, it is a little bit different, and this is supposed to be stretchier. That was another call out before. A lot of people were having issues because they were just so tight and snug to put on. I actually really liked how tight they were, so I didn't have a problem with that. These don't have as much give, and that's something that was changed with these. You can definitely tell that they're more stretchy. And the other thing, this ankle was raised 10 millimeters. Not sure that you'll be able to see it with the old shoes. Actually, you can tell that these bottom ones are a bit higher than the old archetypes. So I will put them on as well and just kind of show them on my feet. Promise I won't make it weird. The final thing is the widened medial eyelet. I think it's this thing here, so the thing that actually holds this for the laces. Now, I think these are a bit more spaced out than in the Archetype 1. You tell me. I don't know if you can tell. Again, these are older. I'm not sure if it's like how these are spaced out a bit, or if the part that actually holds the laces, if they're a little bit wider. Not sure. I can't really tell, but that's the only other difference. I'm gonna give these a shot, wear them for a bit, and yeah, give you my final verdict. So we'll see how this goes. Let me just say that right away, as I slip them on, they actually feel a bit more roomier. And I don't know if it's because of the stretcher sock liner mesh thing, but they do feel a bit more spacious. It could also be because of the toe cap that was shortened. So that's interesting. I actually wasn't expecting it to be as roomy as they are, so we'll see. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna do a bit of bench in them, which isn't really gonna do much, I don't think, but I'm also gonna do some sumo pulls because that's kind of where I can get a nice vibe for these things. And then I'm also gonna do a bit of conventional just for the sake of doing conventional. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Another difference that I noticed after the fact is just the Tolos sign. The lettering changes so that Tolos is straight up and down. Same thing with the back of the shoe. Is the Archetype 2.0 that much different from the Archetype 1.0? The Archetype 2.0, it's definitely different. It's a lot roomier. You can tell right away. I thought I was bugging out for a second because I did order them the exact same size. I was expecting for them to fit fairly close to the way the Archetype 1 fit, but you can definitely tell that there's more space in there. And I don't know if it's because of the sock liner being stretchier. For sure, this toe cap makes a difference with the 1.0 because it goes further back. That may add to that feeling of it being snugger on your feet. They do mention that these are more accommodating for all foot volumes. That can easily explain it. For a second, I was thinking that maybe I should have gone half a size smaller, but it's just like with the 1.0s. I mean, the 1.0s kind of did take me a second to get used to it because it is a barefoot shoe. So I wasn't used to all that space. And after a while, they felt fine. They felt like the right size for me. With these 2.0s, I have a feeling it's gonna be a similar situation, especially now that they feel even roomier. I wasn't sliding around when I was doing sumo, but I definitely did feel a difference. They just didn't feel as snug as the 1.0s. I tried the 1.0s halfway through my workout and I can definitely tell that the 1.0s just fit more snug. It's like night and day. The 1.0s, I didn't even feel like I actually had to lace them up. I felt like they were just as snug as when I did lace them up. With the 2.0s, I do have to tighten the laces a bit more. Should you buy the 2.0s? When I saw them come out, obviously I got excited. I bought these so that I can do a review for y'all. I'm not the type of person that needs the new stuff right away. If you have the 1.0s and they're working perfectly fine, honestly, there's no need. If you do need a little bit more of that space in the front toes, if you are one of those where it does feel a little bit like the toe cap is pinching your pinky toe, the 2.0s would be a good option for you. They do feel roomier. Also, if you want a slicker design, if you do wear them out, then the 2.0s are also the better route to go. But yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching. This is your boy LJ, and I'll catch you next time.